Let's take a look at the shell method, but I'm going to call this the inverted shell method. I made that up myself because I think this is a trick that a lot of people should utilize to help you understand how to do it. Let's say I have the equation x equals the square root of y. And I want to take that equation and rotate, bounded by also the line y equals 4 and y equals 0. And I want to rotate that about the x-axis. Now, if you're like me, and I think most people are, this is really hard to look at. When I have an equation solved for x, I say, what? That is hard. How can I deal with that? However, if I have an equation solved for y, things are a little easier. So let's say I had a different question. Let's say I had y equals the square root of x equals 4, x equals 0, and the y-axis. Do you see what I did there? I just flipped every x and y that I see. Well, did you know the answer to this question will be the same as the answer to this question? Do whichever you like, you'll get the same answer. So instead of having to graph x equals the square root of y and figuring out what that graph looks like, how about we just stick with y equals x squared? And I can just set it up that way because I know y equals x squared, x equals 4, x equals 0, y-axis. So I'm going to rotate this way. That is going to be a lot easier for me than the original question, but it will give the same answer. So my advice here is if it's not solved for y, just flip all x's and y's in the entire problem and you'll get the same answer, but it will be easier to see. If you like this tip, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss out on any more helpful hints.